Welcome to our Xconnect dashboard tutorial. Imagine Xconnect as your toolbox for your cloud, offering various tools to manage your digital resources, just like organizing files on your computer. Let's delve deeper into the features of Xconnect and how they work. First, we have Compute section. Xconnect Compute allows you to create and manage virtual machines or instances in your cloud environment. It's like having your data center in the cloud. Think of it as a digital workshop where you can create and manage your virtual machines. When you log in, the first page you see is the Overview tab. The Overview tab in Xconnect provides a summary of your cloud infrastructure's vital details. It offers insights into your virtual resources, like how many virtual machines or instances are running, and resource utilization like network and storage. Think of it as a control panel in a car, giving you a quick view of essential information, allowing you to monitor your cloud environment specification without going into each section. This feature helps users make informed decisions regarding resource management and addressing any potential issues promptly. Next, we move to instances. Instances in Xconnect are your virtual machines, similar to physical servers but in the cloud. When you create an instance, you're essentially deploying a virtual server in the cloud. You can choose the hardware specifications, such as number of CPU, memory, and storage capacity, like picking the configuration of a physical server. This flexibility makes it easy to configure your instances for different tasks, such as hosting websites or running complex computations. To create an instance, locate and click on the Launch Instance button. In Details tab, specify VM parameters, like name of the VM, and provide a brief description of the VM. If you want to create more than one instance, input the desired number in Count option, ensuring you have ample quota to create required instances. Switch to the Source tab. Select Boot Source as image which serve as a base OS for your server. In the Create New Volume option, choose Yes. It will create a new volume for your server. This will allow you to expand your OS boot drive dynamically after VM deployment. If you select No, the OS will load in fixed size storage, limiting expandability. Then specify the size of the volume in GB. You also have the option to delete the volume on instance deletion. Afterward, select the operating system image from the list. You have the option to choose from various images such as Ubuntu, Windows Server, or open source firewall. For this example, we are selecting Windows Server image. Switch to the Flavor tab. Select the preset configuration for the VM to launch. A flavor defines the combination of vCPUs and RAM for the virtual machine. Switch to the Networks tab. In Network tab, you have option to select network for your VM. To access the internet in the VM, you must connect it to Airtel ILL, either directly or using a network already attached to your router. In this tutorial, we will select private subnet for now to give machine a private IP, then create router to access internet in VM. Then switch to the Security Groups tab. Security groups are collections of network access rules that limit the types of traffic with access to instances. By default, the default security group is selected. The default security group includes two egress rules, one IPv4 and one IPv6, allowing any outbound traffic to any destination without restrictions on IP protocols or ports. Additionally, the default ingress rules permit unrestricted incoming traffic from any source IP address. To control network traffic in VM, we will create a custom security group later. These were the basic requirements to launch a VM. To finalize the process, simply click on Launch Instance. It will take a few seconds to set up. To access the console, click on the More option arrow, then select Console. The console is like a physical monitor attached to your VM. In case you have selected Windows OS, you will have to set Windows Administrator password. You can always access your VM from the console anytime if you are having any problems connecting to it remotely. To connect to your VM through RDP or remotely, you must associate a public static IP or floating IP with it. To do so, click on the More option arrow, then select the Associate Floating IP. After this, click on the plus icon to select a floating IP. Click on Allocate IP to fetch an IP from our IP pool. Then select the VM to which you want to assign the IP. Finally, click on Associate to finalize the process. Now you can RDP into the VM using the administrator password and IP you have set. This concludes the VM creation and its connectivity process.